Hello people, welcome back to the channel, and it is the Uefa Nations League final and Croatia versus Spain. But before I get into all of that, please smash the like. And then I got a message for us. As it is Sunday, yeah, of course, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. Um, But yeah, like I said, I got a special message for us as it is um, Sunday. And I'm just going to do that. So, yeah, the message. So, it is Sunday, so it's a message. So, we as people always want something from God or from someone. But God said we must follow Him and believe. If and when we believe, we will get more than just something. We can use the example of a farm worker. Okay, probably the highest money he can get is that farm manager or something like that. So if the owners die, the kids will probably get the farm. And we can do everything we want, but if we don't truly believe in him, we won't be like his kids and get something from Jesus Christ. So yeah, and so yeah, that's my message for you guys. So yeah, but this match, of course, is Ascot. It's a big match. This one. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I can't get coverage right now of the game. So what I will do is just check flash score. Mm, okay. What I will do this one. Then if this clock hits, so yeah, Croatia seem to be finding their feet as they enjoy some possession. Great movement by the offensive players. Come on. Just check. Okay. Um. Yeah, I think the timer is ready there. Sorry. Keep hitting that like button. Yeah, that would be much appreciated. Okay. Man, so yeah, I don't have coverage to the game, but um, okay, I'll send it over to the. So yeah, Manny is joining, so he's going to save me. Didn't think that would happen. That I can't watch the game, but it is fine. It's fine. He will give us a nice multiple games ball of the line. I want Croatia to win. Prediction 2-1 Croatia. No, 2-1 Croatia in extra time.
What's up, bud? Thanks for calling me as always.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for joining us. We have a power switch, so I can't watch on the TV, so I was planning to do on my phone, but my brother is watching. And
Yeah,
only one
well,
person can watch it.
I've actually sort of got the sort of watching it online, buffering, and the screen clarity isn't really the best, but I can do what I possibly can. Sort of cagey first. What's your timer say right now?
6, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Ah, well, the problem is that I am a good 40 or so seconds behind you.
Um, like I said, I'm not watching. I just want some flash scores thing, so just be that. I'm going to try and check maybe on YouTube. UEFA Nations League, maybe BT Sports is um
If I were
something
you, I'd
like
try
that.
looking up UEFA.tv.
UEFA.tv. Okay. Let's see.
That also buffers, but you get decent quality. At the moment, Spain are trying their best to move the ball forward, and it's with Jesus Navas right now. Rodri, I think.
Mm, Nations League. Mm, mm, don't think they're showing it on there.
Yeah, more's the pity. They were showing the women's finalissimo, which I enjoyed watching there, but it is what it is. We have to make do with the best of it. Well, although I am about 40 seconds behind, at least I've got some live action in front of me. But it's over stream, and that should go out for a Croatian goal kick with 7:42 on the clock. But I know that Hanno's clock is 8:42, so I am literally about 50 or so seconds behind.
I'll check now if I can find something else. Mm,
Pass back to Unai Simon, who was put under pressure earlier by his defender, the French-born Normand, and there is some pressure right now. But some good Spanish defending will take that away. But Croatia do have the ball back, and Spain win it back. And Spain should be able to launch a counter through Jordi Alba, and we see Morata into the penalty area. Spain are going to try and weave through the Croatian defence, but to no avail. Mostly the same Croatian defence that proved to be solid in. Oh, and Livakovic has spilt it! But fortunately, um, the linesman, in fact, had his flag raised for an offside. Or was there a foul on Livakovic? We're going to take a look and see. Some good work here down the left, and it looks as though. Ooh. Well, a cross coming over there, and I suppose Livakovic was quite lucky because he very nearly spilled it back into his own net, only to sort of parry it out. And Morata, of course, had tried to get onto that, but Livakovic was able to, thwart him. And I think it was eventually a whistle blown for a foul on Livakovic. So a hairy moment there for the Croatia number one, who wears the number 40 for Dinamo Zagreb, his club side. And that is Rodri, of course, linchpin in Manchester City's treble-winning side. Expected to try and boss the midfield today.
yeah. But
Take,
what is your prediction for this game?
I'm going for Croatia to beat Spain 2-1. And it is still, there is actually a change. Martin Ehrlich has come into the team, and Domago Vida is on the bench. Otherwise, it's the same back four. And then Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic, Pasalic, Kramaric, and Milic.
Just tell me if you can hear this.
Hear what? The click of your mouse?
Can you can you hear the background?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. So 11 minutes gone on my clock. Jesus Navas to Asensio, and Asensio trying to send it into the penalty area, but Novakovic should get that quite easily. Luka Modric also doing some important defensive work to thwart Gavi, Spanish number 9. Let's take a look at the Spanish lineup. Fabian Ruiz, who is in the central defensive midfield area alongside Rodri. Jordi Alba's at left back today, while Emerick Laporte is the left centre back. Jeremy Pino has come to the team, and Alvaro Morata is still starting. And a shot there from Gavi, which was not too far away at all. So the Spaniards are giving the Croatians a really, really, really tough game right now. A huge run for their money. The Croatians are playing in their change strip of all blue. So we now have a sea of blue coming forward on the left. is Modric, who's trying to make something happen to Kovacic. And it's passed out along the left, but the Croatians are starting to retreat a little bit. Kovacic sends it forward to Ivan Perisic, who is on the left. Across into the penalty area, but headed away easily. But Croatia are going to try to poke it back in, poked away by Spain. And is that kept in play? Yes, it is, but at the cost of effectively retreating possession. A pass back to Martin Erlich, the
Honey,
replacement defender. Yeah,
1 sec.
it is Sutalo who started semi-final. A nice chip forward by Ivan Perisic into the Spanish penalty area, and it is the number 15 Pasalic who scored in the semi-final, who wins the corner. And there's no
Okay.
offside there. Are they claiming an offside though? It might be an offside.
Can you quickly? Okay, let's
Yep, it is called an
disconstruct then.
offside.
Can you hear this?
I can hear you loud and clear.
This audio. Can you hear that?
Wait, from the
Commentary.
game? No, I can't. No. And Spain still stuck back near their goal line, but eventually able to clear it. Croatia, though, settling into the game now. And they've got to be careful, though, because it is momentarily 3 against 2 for Spain, but an easy pass back to Livakovic, who sends it out for a throw-in. Talk about disappointing. As mentioned in commentary, Zlatko Dalic took charge of the Croatian team in 2017 before they went to play the World Cup in Russia. At that time, Croatia were massively underperforming, and he took them to qualification and all the way to the final. Not without some controversy, sending Nikola Kalinic home from the squad. And Kalinic, of course, not having played for Croatia since.
Papa, apa net ga die boksie leer? Waarom net ga die boksie leer? Gaan nou bring pap, ek gaan wil die auto hê nie.
What happened, son? Spain are now on the attack. Out to Asensio, to Navas, back to Asensio. Gavi, the Normand, back to the Normand. The one of 2 naturalised Frenchmen, of course, playing tonight. Pino keeps them playing, heads it back in. And another pass back to Unai Simon, who tries to start something from the back. And once again, Once again, Spain trying their best to start something, only for Croatia to pretty much block them. And Croatia now, obviously, a long pass back there from Sutalo to Livakovic, who will try and send it long. It's quite long, but that is headed out of play by Perisic.
And Flashco's website, they got audio commentary on it. I'm going to try and listen to that now.
Okay. Whatever you have to
Yeah,
do. They'll probably be more on time than me.
yeah. You can also listen to it if you want.
That's okay. I mean,
Sorry.
Spain now trying to attack down the left. Jordi Alba will be key down that area. Alba and Navas, of course, veterans of the 2010 vintage that won the World Cup under Vicente del Bosque. Navas, of course, with a cross in, but that is, Morata was on the end of that, but that is headed out for a corner. And that will be taken by the soon to be ex Real Madrid midfielder, Marco Asensio. Asensio, left footed in swinger, but that is headed away. But Spain have it and can send it back in. Headed back across the penalty area. Pino trying to make something of it, but to no avail. And eventually, Croatia are able to clear their lines with a little help from the ref, who awards a free kick against Pino. And Pino there with a foul on the number 9, Kramaric. That claims for a handball there, but clearly that hit Petkovic's chest and not his hand. Although I'm not too sure what Petkovic was thinking, keeping his arm outstretched like that. Jeremy Pino appealing for a handball, but the referee unwilling to acquiesce. And so actually, that's not Petkovic, that's Ivan Usic, the number 16 there. Petkovic is wearing 17. At the World Cup, he wore 16. Go figure. Another legendary number 17 for Croatia, Mario Mandzukic. And of course, I remember only too well Robert Jarni from
Uh,
1998.
um, I haven't heard of him. Rumors of Barca. I'll check quickly. There's any news on him, but Barca. Ali Al have submitted a bid for Koulibaly. Um,
Yeah, I saw that. A bit surprised, really. Navas with a
I
cross in,
don't
but easy pickings
um
there for Petkovic, for Livakovic, rather.
haven't heard anything about on him joining Barca, but I don't think Barca would have him. Also, of course, they got Lewandowski. Um, so yeah, and I don't think he suits them, to be fair. Um, so yeah, unless it's after before he joined Chelsea, I don't know. But yep, yourself.
for Alvaro Morata. Read Andre Kramaric, who's trying to make a nuisance of himself for Croatia.
And of course, the cricket trained out. But what did you make of day three? If you caught it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch it, but I was obviously catching the highlights. And this has the makings of a wonderful chess game. And I'm not too worried so much about the rain because we should get a result if we play the whole 5 days, Monday and Tuesday included. And the short corner there, which completely went wrong. I think the Croatian attacker was sort of overrun that. But Croatia are back down the right and into the penalty area. And some very, very good defending there from Lenormand. From, I believe that's Pasalic there, has denied a possible goal. Kramaric with the cross in. And Lenormand there just bearing down and causing the, I wouldn't say foul, but definitely, the causing the play there to sort of end. Soon to be 24 minutes. It is Croatia 0, Spain 0.
Nice Simons.
And
Looks like we want some calmness in backline.
To be honest, I will never know what the likes of Luis Enrique and now Luis de la Fuente see in Simon at the expense of someone like David De Gea. I know De Gea isn't the greatest Spanish goalkeeper, but he's certainly a better sight looking than Simon. Jesus Navas. No.
Sansu. Rodri now.
Hey, you got it? Perfect. Once again, more claims for a Spain penalty, but the referee's having none of that.
Off chance there for Croatia.
I'll probably see it just after you do. What time are you on, by the way? Huh?
I'm just listening to the commentary on Flashcore. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, well, there was a penalty shout against Sutalo, but no way was that going to be given. And some desperate defending there means that it's a Spain corner. The short corner, expected to be. Livakovic was beaten, but fortunately for him, the header from Rodri was just over the bar. And this is some good play there because I think the header actually bounced off Morata of all people. Well, if that had gone in, that would have been an absolutely cruel goal for Livakovic to concede. But you can see Laporte and Rodri working quite well together. Obviously, the two Manchester City teammates know each other only too well. And very nearly a half chance for Croatia there, but Unai Simon now has to run out of his penalty area and kick that away. Concedes the throw in the process, but has to be done.
switch now. Spain win it back. Cagey game.
Quite cagey, yes. Chances are few and far between. No real moments of quality, really. Still quite cagey from both teams, trying their best to create attacks down the flanks, but being met by some strong, resolute defending. Croatia down the right. Is that kept in play? Yep, and Croatia actually win a throw. You can see there Brozovic, number 11, is doing what he can to be a big part of all of that. And still with Croatia at the moment. And Spanish defending is at the moment pretty sharp. Simon having to come in and prevent that from going out for a corner. And Modric there drawing a foul off number 8. And very nearly a goal, but it was Perisic there who has been in the thick of the action.
Yeah.
Sort of diverted that header towards goal more than anything else, but never really going to trouble Unai Simon, who had that covered. Didn't have that much in terms of pace, and that's good work there from Unai Simon. You could possibly say that that's the first shot on target of the whole half. Navas passing it to I think that's actually that was Laporte, I think, who had the ball. Yeah. Still a rather cagey first half with no real moment of inspiration. Both defences seem to be doing their job. Spain effectively have been impressive in defence with Navas and Laporte. More experienced players along with Jordi Alba at left back.
Oh, Nippon is here. Hello, Nippon. How are you? Nippon, can you ask?
Oh, you caught me there by surprise.
So, yeah, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Loud and clear, Nippon, loud and clear.
So, yeah. What have you made of the game so far?
KG. It's been
Yeah,
quite end to
indeed.
end, in my opinion. I have a funny feeling this will go to extra time and penalties.
I'm saying
This
two
might
one
go to extra.
Croatia. Sorry, 2-1 extra time. Croatia.
Yeah, this might go to extra time, but I don't see it going to penalties. Croatia, of course, won
Something.
their quarterfinal, their semi-final in extra time, despite having
Yeah.
I wanted the Aranye to go into the final, a repeat of 2010.
yeah, and that should be out for a Croatia goal kick. Pasalic's also making a nuisance of himself.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that. I saw that.
So, Nippon, some transfer talk. Apparently, our club are very
See,
interested in getting either one or both of Mason Mount or Kai Havertz.
it's not yet. It just said be right back. So yeah.
Okay. I'll ask him that when he comes back. But at the moment, it's Gavi who received that from Jesus Navas, the normal.
But speaking of
Laporte
transfers,
back
money,
to the normal.
money.
Yeah,
What is your club doing? What's your club doing?
yeah. I should really ask you that. I mean, it's bad enough that we'd already been for several Chelsea rejects in the recent past, and now we're going for Kai Havertz.
No,
And we
I'm
have
not
some
even
people
saying
trying to
that.
make sense of the whole thing. The best thing to say about that is that we really should wait and see if their value plummets, because I don't think with all due respect to Kai Havertz, I don't think any Arsenal fan should be happy shelling out 60 or 70 million for him.
Purpose of this. Look, all I'm saying is we're gonna see Odegaard, Havertz, and Partey in midfield. If Partey stays.
Yeah, if Party stays, and once again,
And
just how
and if you
irresponsible
sign
is it?
Rice, because rumors are things are heating up in Rice deal. Rumor has it Manchester United are coming in. Rumor has it Manchester City are coming in. So changes. We could see some changes. But yeah. But your thoughts.
We were never really in with much chance of getting Declan Rice, as far as I'm
Well,
concerned, and it's not really surprising that other teams are trying to move in for him. You know, once again we dawdle and then we lose our lunch money.
Yeah. But what? The rumors
yeah,
are
you were saying, what are my thoughts on Kai Havertz going to Arsenal? Well, obviously,
Yep.
I hope he flops and fails, because obviously, it's a rivalry. But what are Top Gooners saying about making sense of it?
they
I don't
say
know. I think that what they're saying is if Arteta wants him, then so do we. Bunch of numpties who can't think for themselves. There's no critical thinking. It's just lack of critical thinking that led to Brexit and also to Donald Trump.
with that narrative, I got something for. They said if Arteta wants him, I want him. Pablo Mari, Willian, Laconga, Tavares, Pablo Vieira, Cedric, Ronaldson, Trusty, Marquinhos. All of those players Arteta signed.
You proved my point, bud. You've just
But
proved my
but
point.
there are also a lot of Chelsea fans saying, A lot of Chelsea fans are also saying that he's going to flourish at Arsenal. He's going to ball.
I,
Like a lot of Chelsea fans are saying we're making a mistake by selling him to you guys.
I don't think.
What do you have to say for that, Manny?
I can't speak for those Chelsea fans in question. I mean, are they trying to just take the mickey and really, ooh, a nice header there also on target, but from Perisic again, but easy pickings there for Unai Simon. I mean, I really don't know why Tottenham fans despise Perisic so much. He's clearly still quality. But, hey, it is what it is. And as I said, Nippon, I can't speak for those Chelsea fans in question. I don't know if I share their views. We only need to remember Willian Borges and just shudder at how horrible that went. Scored at the beginning of the season, scored near the end, and did sweet bugger all in between.
Look, all I'm saying.
And instead of playing advantage, the
But
referee
Willian was also a lot older.
Yeah, but look.
Willian was also a lot older.
That is right. Partey might leave. Bryce, it's uncertain if they're going to sign him. Say that they're not signing him. They're looking at Lavia. They are going to sign Havertz. Like, their midfield ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing. Because, can someone explain to me?
Watch how all these Arsenal, how all these, watch how all these top gooners come after you now.
Who, me? Listen, I rarely get attacked by those idiots. Oh.
Manny, can you, as an Arsenal fan, quickly explain to me how a midfield of Declan Rice or Partey, Havertz and Odegaard works?
It'll have to be a three-man attacking midfield with Odegaard in the number 10 role.
So that means Havertz is going to use that 0.001% of defending in him to defend as a left midfielder.
Yep, effectively the role that Granit Xhaka was playing last season. And we still don't even know if Granit Xhaka will be leaving.
So you're telling me, Hanno, that Arsenal will do nothing next season. Okay,
they
mate.
will absolutely do nothing next season. They will do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
That's what we all said last season, though. Look at what happened.
Yeah, but last season they might change. This season, what are they doing?
A header over the bar from Morata.
At least
has a decent record for Spain, but so far.
Is DJ?
But can you maybe explain to me how Havertz as a left-sided midfielder, partnering Rice or Partey is going to work?
It's not. Arteta has a plan for them.
No, he doesn't.
I'm scared of Arsenal.
Last season he got lucky. You got Pochettino.
How can he get Havertz?
So here's a question for you, Manny. Does Pochettino win his first trophy for Chelsea before Arteta wins his second?
Yeah.
With Arsenal.
Yes. Yes. It'll be a cup trophy, but a trophy nonetheless.
I was asking Manny.
Yeah, I said it'll be a cup trophy, but a trophy nonetheless.
Yeah. Be up yourself, Wolf says Asher, stay free. Man of the match, Rain. Yeah. Ben's succeeding tactics is insane. He's trying to kill his players. Yeah, for real. He is. But it
He
works.
seems
It
to
works.
enjoy having a sort of an attacking mindset, and it hasn't really been too wrong. I mean, declaring just short of 400 probably might have led a few questions being asked, but you know what? It's a strategy that resulted in England taking a very narrow lead. The only problem is with Australia snagging those 2 wickets, they're still very much in the contest. And had Joe Root been given out without that review, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the cat would have been amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, if Joe Root was caught. What?
Joe Root played wonderfully for his century, but what an innings from Usman Khawaja. And are you now prepared to eat some humble pie, Hannah?
Um, not yet. Let me do this over the course of a few. Um, but yeah, one sec, one sec.
Sadly, I can't get Burrows or Biltong in my neck of the woods, but I'm sure you know.
Where's that noise coming from? Where's that noise? Where's that noise coming from? I hear
Well, Sam,
something.
I hear.
Okay.
I was just saying, telling Hannah that I can't get any Burrows or Biltong over here, but you'll know, Nippon, that you can get those things in Harrods quite easily. In fact, I do seem to remember a few off licenses where you can get some good Biltong and maybe not Burrows, but definitely Biltong. Hannah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm yeah.
Oh yeah, it must be Nippon whose Wi-Fi is,
No,
acting up at the
I'm yeah.
moment.
So yeah, bowling on a batting pitch in a test match must be frustrating and exhausting. I think, um, I think for England it was, and for the Aussies, but as this test match has carried on, we saw England in the spell they had. They what? It's off time. They
There is a
had
free kick now. I'm watching a free kick right now. Asensio and I believe Pino are
but
standing over it.
yeah, but uh, so yeah, but we saw some cloud cover there, and with the cloud cover, the ball swung. The pitch almost changed completely. So yeah,
I can say one thing right now. Australia made absolutely the right decision to drop Mitchell Stark. He would have been too expensive, and with England batting first, the fact that they had Hazelwood and Boland bowling up front along with Cummins, that really saved them more than a few runs. The thing about these left-arm seamers is that they're on their day, they can be absolutely sharp and incisive, but when they don't get their lines right, they get hit around the park. There was a chant for Mitchell Johnson. He bowls to the left, he bowls to the right. He's Mitchell Johnson. His bowling's not right. It was actually something a lot ruder, but I want to keep it PG for the sake of Hanno and his subscribers. It is, in fact, half
the
time, and it is 0-0. Very cagey first half indeed. And I would say that Perisic has certainly looked to try to assert a bit of influence, but they will need some attacking power up front. Maybe Petkovic should come on as a second half substitute. And half time from the Kip Stadium in Rotterdam is Croatia 0, Spain 0.
look, I think Adorossi doesn't play Test cricket. Leg spin, you could see. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but look. the main spinner Jack Leach isn't isn't there. He's injured. So what can you do? What can you do? But Manny, maybe you can answer this.
What's the question? Why isn't Joss
Why
Butler
isn't Josh
playing in
Butler
Test
playing in
cricket?
Test?
Well, in the last few tests he played, Werewolf, he wasn't able to score too many runs. And when you have another wicketkeeper batsman in Johnny Bairstow and the likes of Ben Foakes also in reserve, but there simply is no room for Butler in the Test game because he doesn't quite have the technique, the defensive technique for Test cricket. But he will definitely continue to play a huge role in England's one-day teams. He is, of course, the captain for both formats. Even if Ben Stokes were to make a sensational return to the ODI side for the World Cup, it will be Joss Butler leading that team. The Butler doing it.
Yeah.
And as far as leg spin is concerned, the thing about Adil Rashid and other bowlers like him is that they certainly do know how to tie an end and down in limited overs cricket. But when it comes to Test cricket, you've got to keep bowling good balls practically every single time, and you cannot afford to let your line deviate at any point in time. The worst thing about a spinner is that you could bowl 5 excellent balls in an over, but if your 6th ball gets hit for a 4 or your 6, your figures get spoiled. So
Yeah. So
bowling on a batting pitch must be frustrating, and it is asking a lot of Anderson and Broad. I do believe this will be their final Ashes series and one of their final few ones before they decide to call it quits. I know Anderson is into his 40s and Broad is 36. I don't see Broad wanting to continue for too long without his partner. So, yeah, the bowling changes are a little bit insane, and yeah, hopefully once I have my TV working, I can, catch the Ashes play and join you for a watch along.
so
But
there's a lot extra time and maybe penalties. I don't think so. But yeah. Look, if Arsenal fans want ever to play left centre mid, I wish you good luck. I wish you very very much good luck, because that's going to be a very long day for you guys. So yeah,
who are you
I
talking about?
um Everett as left-sided midfielder. Let's put a ball out. Yes, for Arsenal. If someone says yes, please say why. Please state why. AW is pathetic. Cool set. Oh, that's funny. Like not pick up the storylines or wrestling. Just a set.
By the way, of course, Hanno, today is Father's Day, so I hope that Mr.
Yeah,
Trollope had a wonderful day today. You do anything fun?
yeah, nah. We surprised him with a few gifts, etc. So yeah, no. And I hope you and or your dad. I don't know if you have kids or not.
Yeah.
So if you do have,
Nope,
happy Father's
not
Day
even
to you.
married.
Ah, okay,
Dad's
then
okay
it's
though. I mean,
happy
just
Father's
had
Day
a
to you
quiet
all.
day at home.
Yeah. Well, Um, I'm just going to check if we. Um, just going to check if there's any transfer news lately. Except that doesn't seem like. So Ali, Ali Lal have offered Koulibaly around 25 million pounds per season on a 3-year contract. That's massive.
I don't know what it is about the Saudi league that sees all these players want to go there. I mean, you might have heard of Ruben Neves agreeing a deal for crying out loud. João Moutinho is no real surprise. I mean, he's getting on to the end of his career. He's not being picked for Portugal anymore. Maybe the chance to rub shoulders with his old friend Cristiano Ronaldo will be too good to turn down. Speaking of Ronaldo, his next game for Portugal will be his 200th international cap, the first man to achieve that landmark. He was, of course, for a long time tied with Kuwait's Badr Al Mdawa, but the Kuwaiti legend has not been playing of late. Maybe he'll get a few caps as a tribute before he retires. I don't know.
Yeah, let's just still have time. Let's check stats. So XG 0.47 for Croatia, 0.28 for Spain. Ball possession 53% for Spain, 47 for Croatia, ball attempt 6 for Spain, and Croatia 4. For shots on goal 3 for Croatia, 0 for Spain. Shots off goal Croatia 1, Spain 2. Blocked shots 4, 4 for Spain. Free kicks 10 for Croatia, 6 for Spain. So yeah, that's almost that. Nothing really else to say. So yeah, let me check quickly. Okay, I can watch the. Yeah, Ziyech also rumored to go to Saudi. We can. If all of them go, I'll be really happy. Over 107 shots, but I trust you because AW is something. It's most of the time.
Yeah, ever since hearing about that chant, I've been playing that song by ABBA on a loop for, a long time. Now that song still can't leave my head. Interesting stat here. I think you might have mentioned it. Spain didn't even have a shot on target all half, although they could have had a goal had it not been for some desperate, goalkeeping there from Dominik Livakovic. Croatia have certainly looked really good on the counter-attack, but have not really been able to force Unai Simon into some really serious action in goal. Will be interesting to see what step will be taken. I mean, what steps will be taken, rather, by the Spaniards and the Croats to try to get into the game. Not long now before they resume. And another stat here from BBC Sport is that Croatia failed to score a first half goal in 6 of their 8 games. No team has failed to do so more often in the Nations League. But maybe there's a trick to this. Maybe they're the sort of team that tries to soak up the pressure, try and release it a little bit, and then strengthen in the second half and come out and attack the team in question. They're probably going to have to try and look to do that against the Spanish team with Rodri and Ruiz, Navas and Alba, Asensio and Morata trying to pull the strings, although Morata has looked very anonymous. And, Hannah seems to have gone somewhere for the moment, so you're all still here with me. And shouldn't be too far long before the resumption of the game from the Equip Stadium in Rotterdam. In fact, I do apologise, it's already resumed. Where Hanno at the moment isn't here to set the timer. So let me see if I can... I can tell you right now that from what I'm watching, it is 46 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock.
No, sorry. Just had to switch around the Wi-Fi stuff. So yeah.
But
anyway, can now watch the game. Finally.
Oh, that's cool. I want to just check and see if there have been any substitutions. Yeah, the second half just got underway, and no changes at half time. So Dalic and De La Fuente will certainly have. Well, they've got all their subs to choose from. It will be interesting to see what sort of game plan they employ. And we see here the game starting to get very niggly. What minute are you on, Hannah?
Approaching the 48th minute.
I'm 47-40, so this is a lot better now. It is Emerick Laporte. Spain, of course, are attacking from right to
Yeah,
left,
I think you're
and he
just a
passes it
few
back to
seconds
Unai
behind
Simon.
me.
Oh,
Um,
beautiful, 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 beautiful. And it is Ruiz now trying to get out of play, but he's being sandwiched at the moment. He does, however, win a throw-in.
this is fun. But yeah,
Fabian Ruiz, that's his name.
played back, yeah, by Spain. Looking for options. Croatia again, setting very deep. Being happy to set deep. Saying you can have the ball, it's completely fine. We almost see Modric and Kovacic play as 10th cams almost. Chance save for Croatia,
Yeah,
but was spotted
yeah.
by
Pasalic there losing his footing, which is a bit of a shame. Some poor passing there from Spain, it must be said.
Spain on the counter, but it's going to be played on. Is the ref says play on.
Well, play is stopped anyway, but
Over to
well, it's
DS on a
momentarily
ball.
stopped because Croatia is still continuing, and this is a lesson: always play to the whistle.
Yeah.
And
Cross from Croatia. Simon
Juranovic.
wanted to punch it away. I believe someone got hit. Um. So yeah, over to DS on the ball.
What do you
Please
say?
let me know, Wolf or Chelsea fan. Croatia. Now Modric. Can he spot a pass? Passes it backwards now.
All those years playing in Spain with the Galacticos of Madrid, he should know more than
Perisic.
a thing or two about these
Perisic
Spaniards who
ball
are playing
in.
tonight.
Oh, what a header. Shot back in and will be a
Goal kick.
goal kick. What a chance there for Croatia.
Yep. Perisic once again working his magic down the left, proving that he's still a top quality player. Beautifully weighted. Simon was beaten hook, line, and sinker, but unfortunately for Croatia, Pasalic couldn't get on the end of that. Flapping there was the keeper, and Juranovic there showing why he's not an attacker, but a right back.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get that shot on target. And this seems to be starting to pick up a little bit better now. We're going to see if, you know, either or both teams are willing to take more of their chances. I won't lie, if this goes to penalties, I do fancy Croatia's chances, especially given Livakovic's exploits in Qatar, but don't discount. Yeah, and of course, some Spain were dumped out on penalties. Unai Simon didn't exactly cover himself with glory there, while Yassine Bouno was literally the toast of the town. And let's not forget, Morocco had a few Spanish-based players in that team, so talk about biting the hand that feeds you, eh?
Ball played up there by Livakovic. Spain. Asimka Rodri. He's been good this half so far. Yeah. I just think someone will score a goal. If it's so, yeah.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like being Alvaro Morata. He's fired blanks
Um,
in the first half.
Um, I don't. You can't do it on purpose. Like if you can do it, um, like picks up grass, holds it in his hand, and then um, what rubs his hands against the pitch, then I guess it's fine. But not. It's not like you can throw grass on the pitch and then rub it in.
Are you talking about the
It doesn't.
Morinelli issue?
Mm?
Are you talking about the Morinelli issue?
No.
Brozovic?
Wolf says, I got a really stupid question. Can a cricket player pluck some grass and spread it over the pitch to help bowlers? And I'm saying they can't just like pick up grass and throw it down on the pitch and rub it. Like you can't do that. But they
I'm
can
pretty certain
maybe,
that I'm pretty certain that counts as pitch tampering.
yeah.
Ball tampering's bad enough. Pitch tampering is just as bad. And
Yeah, so what's I'm saying, if they can maybe pick up grass, rub their hands, and then rub it against a pitch, something like that. So, but I'm not. I don't think it is. I think, um,
that would be a Spain throw in.
it's been confirmed. The rumors I have seen. I don't know if it's been confirmed. There's not anything.
Right, so it's Pino down the left, Jordi Alba, back to Alba, and that. I don't know if he was trying to shoot or cross that, but either way, didn't really reach anyone, didn't threaten anyone.
French, yeah, to Croatia. Oh no. Back, Perisic. Perisic going to see what he can do. Perisic. Oh, Perisic using that burst of speed and cuts it back. Well defended there by the Spain players.
Yep,
And
Navas there, and I'm not. I think a little bit of a melee there between Xavi and Perisic. And that is a classic winger's move. You see him strolling with the ball, and then all of a sudden he switches on the afterburners. Outstanding stuff.
yeah. But now it's Spain's turn to attack. Rodri lays it off here to Jordi Alba, I believe, and now Alba again gonna cross
Now
it
it is.
in. Hit it. Oh, just over the bar by Asensio. Chances on both ends.
Yeah. Asensio probably should have had some sense to try and time his header better. He was always going high, never really going to trouble Novakovic, you had that covered anyway.
Yeah. Spain, Alaba now plays it back. I believe that's Laporte. Was he switched from French nationality to Spain to Spanish, so
Don't forget the number 3, Lenormand. He's also a Frenchman. But he's
yeah,
played in
French.
Spain for the last few years and acquired Spanish citizenship through residency.
Sorry, I got another cricket question. Every time a new batsman comes in, he scratches the pitch with his shoe and bat. What's up with that? Okay, so the shoe thing is to just mark where you should stand, so he just remembers. Okay, this is my mark. I'm going to stand here. With the bat, it's just to get any little maybe tiny rocks or any tiny stuff that's on the pitch off. So if the ball hits it, so the ball doesn't hit that stuff and can't do anything. So yeah, stamp it. It's just to like just to make the pitch a bit firmer. S- Or, or just to almost block the grass, almost like you can say, just
Oh, yeah.
get the
Anyway,
grass
back to the
off.
game. Some great work there by
Off,
Juranovic to keep that in play. And
off,
in the penalty area, it is back with
off.
Juranovic. Still in the penalty area, lays it off. But some poor stuff, some pretty poor stuff over there, leading to some good Spanish defending. But you can see Croatia starting to look a bit dangerous on the counter. And Kramaric, once again, being in the thick of it. Ooh, a little bit of a misunderstanding there between Kramaric and Modric. But yeah, you say you want the pitch to be firm. I suppose you might also have seen in several test matches certain teams opting to use a heavy roller before they come out to bat. I suppose that's also done for the same reason, right? To make it a bit firmer.
Yeah, I believe so. But let me just make sure.
And Pasalic heading that ball into the side netting. So this passage of play is very promising for Croatia. Could we see another late winner? And we see what looks like Jordi Alba on the floor right now, and even Perisic is starting to tire a little bit. But not quite getting that on target. And even if he did, I'm pretty certain that Simon would have had that covered. And Croatia have in fact made a substitution. It is in fact Pasalic coming off and Petkovic coming on. Petkovic, of course, the one of the goal-scoring heroes in that sensational 4-2 win over the Netherlands, and also the gentleman who sent the Brazil-Croatia quarterfinal to penalties, I believe, from where Croatia won. And we're about to see a Spanish substitution. Looks like Ansu Fati is warming up. And is he coming on in place of... yeah, it looks as though Morata could be coming off. And rightly so. Another disappointing
Yeah,
game
if
for...
you ask earlier, it
No,
is
it's Jeremy
to.
Pino who's going off.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's so they do it like to tap some grass or anything there, and that it so they isn't some uneven bounce to make the pitch more even. Then to make the surface even or to remove any stone or any other particle from a pitch. So yeah, take a
And
move.
Juranovic doing some good cover defending. It is now with Jordi Alba who's trying to start something, but a pretty risky pass there from Fabian Ruiz, and Croatia can try and attack down the right through Modric. And Kramaric there
Not
with a
foul
poor
play.
first touch, which has pretty much cost Croatia any chance of making something happen there. And there is a school of thought that maybe Kramaric should come off because he hasn't exactly been, conducive to any real attack. Perisic and Modric have been doing the lion's share of the work, and Kramaric's pretty poor ball control has not helped. A foul there by Perisic on the veteran Navas. Sliding tackle there by Gavi on Kramaric. And it's a double Spanish substitution. 63, 25, 26, 27.
Just going to refresh. Okay, now
Jordi Alba, the Spanish captain, finds Fabian Ruiz. And Gavi tries to move forward, but he gets dispossessed, and Croatia can once again try and start something on the counter.
Oh, still Kovacic. Oh, well done, Kovacic. Now Modric.
Just the way he used to do for Chelsea. He's a good midfielder, is Kovacic. I do like him.
Yeah. Because it seems like he's going to Twin City. It's just a question of a few just a tiny bit in different different valuations, just a few million, let's say. But Spain on the attack. You might see the attack now. Oh, good save there by Levakovic. So yeah, I am going to just quickly move to the TV. So yeah.
Apparently my streaming has hit a bit of a snag, so I'm going to have to confirmation that Joselu has in fact come on for Spain for Morata, and Ansu Fati has also come on, I believe, he will have replaced Jeremy Pino. Joselu, of course, the super sub who scored the winner against Italy in the semi-final with barely minutes to go, breaking Italian hearts. Italy, of course, taking out their frustrations on the host country, the Netherlands. Can't really say host country per se, but they are hosting these finals. And it is Modric who wins the ball back, and Spanish defending has now, become so. In fact, every single Spanish player is now back in their own half. So Croatia really needs to start beating a hasty retreat. That is Brozovic, of course, who was forced into a hasty retreat there, and some pretty desperate play, but eventually it doesn't cost Croatia that much. And Spain are now, obviously, with Fati and Jose Leon trying to pressure the Croatians into making a mistake. I think the experience of the Croatians is sort of telling, really. Well, having said that, I talk about experience. It is Croatia down the left, cross in there, but not very convincingly dealt with. Modric, of course, and there is an infringement. Yeah, in fact, there was an offside there against the, I believe it was the number 16, Ivanišić. So Spain can breathe with just about 20 minutes left. 20 and a half minutes, of course, plus stoppages. And Morata and Pino will be quite disappointed with the way their games have gone, but De La Fuente knows that he has to make a few changes. And does Kramaric lose it? Yes, he does, but Croatia win it back. Juranovic to Erlich, and Livakovic has to try and get it away. And at the moment, the Spaniards are rampant, but there's a foul there by Joselu. And with 20 minutes to go, it is still goalless. Jesus Navas there, fouling Ivanišić. So it wasn't Joselu, it was Jesus Navas who was the guilty party. Kramaric sending it out to Perisic on the left. And that should be Modric. He's got Juranovic open on the right and finds Juranovic into the penalty area, but that should be cleared, but not very convincingly, because it is now back with Perisic, who does keep it in play. Perisic against Navas. What a battle we've had tonight. Modric, who also played for Tottenham, but long before Perisic came into the team. And speaking of Perisic, an attempted cross doesn't really find its target, and that is a Spanish goal kick. He leaves the goal kick to be taken by Porte, short past the way to Lenormand. And it's passed back to Simon by Navas, who gets it to Laporte. Laporte, rather.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Um,
And once again, another disappointing passage of play sees the ball go virtually from one goalkeeper to the other.
yeah, I think this game might go extra time.
Or we could possibly see a very late winner. Don't
Yeah.
look beyond that. Croatia have got to be careful because with those two Spanish substitutions, Spain have a little bit of a second wind. Ansu Fati and Joselu were brought on, obviously, to try and pressure the Croatians into some pretty rushed passing, and it's worked so far. And they seem to have gotten back a little bit of the initiative, even if they haven't. I mean, maybe not so much initiative, but definitely possession. They just haven't been quite able to trouble Livakovic as of yet.
Yeah.
It is Rodri. Fabian Ruiz. But great work there by Brozovic. And I think you can see now, though, that De La Fuente has instructed his players to stick to the Croatians like glue. And that's working quite well. Trying to attack down the left now through Ansu Fati. But Brozovic cleans up. And Lenormand there getting himself stuck in and conceding a free kick.
Nah, extra time would be a bit boring. Boring, especially these two teams. I think
it might depend on the subs though, because Spain have made two, Croatia just made the one. So we could see at least two more subs each being brought on for the last 15 minutes of play. At the moment, it's Ansu Fati, but great work from Livakovic. Only as far as Fabian Ruiz, though, who tries to chip the keeper. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, that was not far away. Take us through that, Hannah.
So, just check it. I'm going to share replay now. No, I haven't showed me the replay, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, it was Fati who was doing quite a lot of the work, running through and sort of very nearly putting himself in a good position there. Livakovic coming out very quickly to kick that away, only as far as Ruiz, who thought he could try and chip the keeper. Credit to Livakovic for getting up and running back almost immediately. I think there was a defender on the line. In any case, Ruiz's attempted chip sailed over. And we could have another Spanish substitution. I see the number 6 getting ready to come on. And that left side, with Fati having come on, is proving to be very dangerous indeed. Juranovic and company are going to have to do a lot of work to get their defense in order. Fabian Ruiz now. Rodri. That is sent into the penalty area, I believe, by Asensio. And great back heel there to Fati. He's in the penalty area, but good block. Another excellent block. And a shot there from, I believe that was Asensio, which goes wide. But Spain have now found a little bit of initiative, and they're planning to make another substitution. Could very well be time for Zlatko Dalic to bring on one or two players. I say take off Kramaric. And it is Lenormand who was going off. decent game, I would say. And we see Vlasic getting ready to come on for Ivanišević for Croatia. So that's Dalic getting into the action now with regard to subs. It is Fabian Ruiz who is coming off. That chance over there where he very nearly chipped Livakovic was his effectively his last action of the day. And he is replaced by number 6 Marino. And it is Lamond who is being replaced by Nacho, the number 4. Confirmation of Croatian sub there. Ivanišević off and Vlasic on. So that's 2 substitutions for Croatia compared to 4 for Spain. And the referee spots a push in the back there and awards Croatia a free kick. Yeah. And so hoping to find Juranovic with a brilliant header there, which sets Kramaric on his way. Kramaric across the field to Perisic, who heads it back. It is now with Brozovic. Perisic at the moment can't be released down the left, so it is still stuck in the middle of the field, effectively. Erlich.
Okay. Well played up there.
So 10 minutes to go. 1 goal should win this, you would think.
1 goal should win this. We'll play Spain now. Croatia win it back. Modric. Yeah, that is going to be a foul.
Clumsy foul there from Gavi, really.
Yeah, I grant that it's not been one of the best finals. Well played in, but headed away.
Perisic once again outstanding down the left, and Croatia now really starting to fight back here. And Croatia hoping for a corner, but instead it's a goal kick that's going to be given against them. And interestingly enough, Nacho has a number 6 on his shin pads, but he's wearing jersey number 4 tonight. And another Spanish substitution, which means that De La Fuente has now made 5. Long goal kick there from Simon. well retrieved. So Croatia going to have to really start, turning on the gas a little bit. It could very well be that Modric might not last until extra time. And that yellow card, of course, for Gavi was the first yellow card of the night.
Yeah.
Bit of a surprise because
now report. What do you think about Gavi? Now Pedro is a superstar, but what do you think about Gavi? Do you think he's been given a bit too much of a hype, or what?
well, he certainly has a little bit of talent, but I'm not too sure if he's. I mean, there are several players in that Spanish team. I can name more than a few who haven't really done justice to, their the faith that the coach has given them. Really.
Spain. Now Rodri, and he can also spot a pass out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now Alaba. Oh, nice work, Jordi Alaba. Short pass. Ball back in. Fati. Oh, blocked off the line by Ivan Perisic. I was seeing that ball going in, and I was not happy when I saw that. But Ivan Perisic is there to block it.
As a Chelsea fan, you must be quite happy that the Tottenham defender stood up to be counted.
Yeah, Pedro is better than Gavi. I also agree. Who's the number 6 for Spain? Just wanna check. Number 6. Number 6 for Spain. Oh, that's Moreno. Simon is going to play not long. Short passes. Now Rodri once more. Ansu Fati this time. On the edge of the box. He loses it. Kovacic. Work. Kovacic. Going to be called for a free kick, not allowing advantage being played.
I'm seeing the chance right now. Fati. Yep. Perisic was there. Right man, right place, right time. And Fati knows how close he was.
Probably should do a bit better there. I said Danny Olmo on for Gavi.
Probably just as well. Gavi, of course, received that booking. And he also wasn't quite able to get into the game. I have to say that De La Fuente has been a lot more proactive with the subs than Dalic, but maybe Dalic knows something that we might not. Some very good play there from Modric, trying to set an attack in motion. Laporte somehow, fortunately, with that clearance, doesn't give it to an on-rushing Croatian midfielder. About 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And some great work there from Dani Olmo, but the Croatian defence holding firm. I must say that when it comes to defensive play, Croatia have been really, really good so far. Erlich with an almost risky back pass there, but Livakovic had that covered. However, that is allowed to go out for a Spanish throw. And all they can do is look on concerned. Navas has had a good game tonight, keeping Dani Carvajal out of the side. Jordi Alba now down the left, but Juranovic is onto him. Rodri. Could we see a goal here with about a minute to go? Defending like that, we won't. And that's going to be a little bit too far. Never going to really set Perisic free. And Brozovic is quite frustrated. Dalic now preparing to bring on Lovro Maya, the number 7. But probably after this attack is allowed to go through into the last 30 seconds of normal time, with stoppages to come after this.
Seems like it's just a matter of time till we will see extra time. But Spain, last attack. Oh, it's a good chance. Asensio! Oh, so close to sneaking into that far post. Oh, Asensio. So close. Brilliant run. Was it offside though? Would have been close.
Not too sure. I think Asensio had done some really good work getting into that position. We got 4 minutes of time added on. And that is Kramaric's last action of the game. He probably should have come off a lot earlier this half. Lovro Maya, the number 7, is on. You just get Asensio that both teams are now happy to accept their fate. But again, you can't be so sure. With Ansu Fati and Jordi Alba working their magic down the right, Juranovic has really had to stretch it, and he hasn't been able to attack as much as he would like to. And that's going to be a free kick for Spain. Laporte right now. Petkovic over there getting in his way and pretty much elbowing him, really. Petkovic standing there wondering, what did I do? Son, we all know what you did. That's all it is.
Chance for Spain once more. Rodri.
You just get the sense that Spain have the bit between their teeth.
Chance again for Spain, but Moreno won't get onto it. What you were saying?
I was saying you just get the sense that Spain might probably have the bit between their teeth. All the experience of the Croatians might be counting against them at the moment. And that is a yellow card for Petkovic for that little infringement there on Aymeric Laporte. last 90 seconds of stoppage time. Dalic has made his attacking subs. I wonder if he might bring on some more defensive cover if it does go to extra time. But Maya coming on and making himself rather useful. And he, in fact, receives the ball back from...
Well played there. Chance here for Croatia. In the dying seconds. Perisic, ball in. They have it. Meyer. Brozovic. So they set up for cross, but it will go out for goal kick. Croatia are fuming.
Juranovic is not happy, and his teammates are telling him to calm down. And that clearly...
Oh, that's a big blunder.
Dreadful decision there from the linesman. No, it's been overturned. It's been overturned. It will be a corner.
Yeah. Dying seconds off for Croatia.
So, could there be something from this?
Sure. Out of the way.
Will that be the final act?
I think it's going to give this one last throwing. Oh, no, there he calls it. No, so we will see extra time. Extra time. I'm just going to reset this. 290. But if we do see this kind of pens, I might just miss the last 5 minutes of extra time. So I'm going to have something. So yeah. But we will see extra time. Money. Any predictions for extra time?
Oh, it's very hard to see. I think Dalic does have a few more substitutions left. I want to take a look and see who he can possibly bring on. He's already brought on Petkovic, Maya, and Vlasic, who are normally his attacking substitutions. Stanisic, of course, could be expected to come on for Juranovic, and Perisic might have to stay on for the whole game. It could very well be that Domago Vida might possibly come on for, just to tighten up the defense a little bit. And De La Fuente does have one substitute left. Just wonder who we could bring on. Maybe Martin Zubamendi could be an option. Rodrigo as well, don't forget about him. But it could be either one of those two. And Ansu Fati has been able to get into the game really well. Does Jordi Alba go off? Hard to say.
So yeah, my prediction. But just once extra time you go, I reckon we will see two goals in, no, three goals. I reckon Spain 2-1 in this game.
Interesting development over here. Jesus Navas has had to have strapping applied to his left thigh. And the big problem with this is that De La Fuente has already made 5 of his substitutions. So if Navas finds some difficulty and he's forced to bring on Danny Carvajal, that could potentially be a problem. Two captains in the middle, Jordi Alba and Luka Modric. And Barcelona against Real Madrid, of course. Alba, of course, to be leaving Barca and possibly playing for another team next season. Modric still at the Bernabeu. So Croatia will be kicking.
Just tell me when they kick off.
Yeah, just about to. Croatia are kicking off and attacking from right to left. And Sufati, of course, from Barcelona. Hope for the future. You can see the look of intent on everyone's faces. Dalic back on his seat. Which team will come out with the fast start? Just about to kick off right about. Now, they've just kicked off. And Croatia attacking from right to left. It is with Perisic. Passes it back to Susilo.
Kovacic would look for someone to pass to. He finds Brozovic, shifts the ball to the right hand side. Now the ball is played to Meyer. Now Modric. Now back to the right hand side, crossing. It's a chance. Perisic lays it off to Meyer. But Spain on the counter. Well, it's a foul. And it is another sprain injury. Thigh injury there. Spain.
Haven't had a shot on target since Pasalic's header in the 61st minute, so Croatia are going to have to start shooting if they want to try and get anything out of the game.
Now Livakovic. Now ball is played through Brozovic. He has the chance now. Ball is shifted there. Croatia on the left. Ball played in. Oh. Brozovic takes it down, has his shot. Wide. Now back to Brozovic and Kovacic. Kovacic and intercepted there. Spain going to look to counter. play the ball first back. That allows time for Croatia to sit. That then gets into the positions and they win a ball now. Modric. He gets a ball to don't know who's that, but now Perisic will play it back to the centre backs.
This is once again another example of how Croatia effectively forced into playing a lot deeper now back in their own half, and this could be dangerous because Spain are now starting to get their bearings in. Rodri, Navas, Vlasic there with a foul. He doesn't see anything wrong. Sadly, there was. Jesus Navas, of course, the captain fantastic of the Sevilla team that won the Europa League this season. Still going strong in his late 30s.
That's Spain chance. Oh, there goes Messi. Will it be a corner? Yes, it will be. Short corner taken. Now Fatih. Siskovic. Fatih plays it back. And just controlling. Really getting excited.
Nacho there with a foul and receiving a booking there from the referee as if to say, Nacho, that's Nacho business doing that. Sort of pushing Petkovic in the back right there. And yeah, Spain might need to be careful because I don't want to be too aggressive and concede a few fouls. And it is Navas who will be coming off, and Real Madrid's Dani Carvajal who is coming on. So that is the last of the substitutes. Defensive one, probably enforced. What sort of a role will Carvajal play in these last 20 or so minutes of extra time? And another Spanish booking, this time for Rodri. Clearly holding Maya back. And the referee's saying, not on my watch, Jack. The Croatians are starting to tire a little bit. And maybe with the added oomph from the substitutions, the Spaniards might have the bit between their teeth. But yet again, some more desperate defending. And this time
for Spain, and again, well defended.
Yeah. Juranovic once again being run into the ground a little bit. He certainly had a fine game as an overlapping right back, but ever since Fatih has come on, he's had to, really stretch himself. So probably hasn't been able to overlap and really attack as much as he would like.
It's going to be a long ball here from Livakovic. Headed on. And contest. Oh. Now Fatty. He has a chance here to run. And that's it. We'll play to Alaba. Sorry, not Alaba. Alaba's on the other side. But yeah, Rodri. Played backwards. Laporte, Rodri. Was it two Man City lads? Back to Laporte. Looking just for a bit of movement up top, not getting any. But now it's to Alaba. Dani Olmo. No. They're going to chase it. Croatia. Kovacic. Oh, it's a chance. It's Meyer still. Oh, Meyer.
Good defending that from Spain. I mean, obviously Carvajal allowing himself to get overrun there didn't really look good, but
yeah, Kovacic, I think, just held on to that ball a little bit too long.
it's Nacho and Maya on the floor there, and Carvajal, sort of allowing himself to get beaten. Maya there with Nacho with a really brilliant tackle there from Nacho.
And it's Alaba, it's Carvajal on the other hand. Meyer with that bruised arm for arm.
And some shirt tugging there from the Spanish captain. I'm not too sure VAR's being used over here. Otherwise, even then, you can't really call that a penalty, can you?
No. Oh, it seems like it's okay now. Maximum. Our predictions of 3 goals in this half isn't looking great. Meyer.
It could be 3 goals in extra time. I really don't see either team wanting to make a very big mistake.
We're going to be shifted to left. Kovacic receives. Perisic down. Back to Kovacic. Perisic again.
Comparatively been kept quiet in the second half, and also now not the most effective of crosses from him, really. I mean, there was certainly one moment I remember when he was almost strolling with the ball and then put on the afterburners, which was absolute classic. But since then, he hasn't been as influential as one would like. But and the referee allowing play to continue, and this could be dangerous for Croatia. But some top defending there from Perisic.
Now, Meyer.
Now it is. No, it's
Now
Vlasic now
it's
with the ball.
Croatia's turn to attack.
Which
Brozovic
and
plays the ball across.
that was wasted, wasn't it? There was no one there.
About a minute and a half left. Chance again for Spain. Spain. Block. Shot. Danny Olmo. He had the chance. He could have had a better shot. He could have passed. Leave to Asensio or someone like that. No, not to Asensio. The other forward.
That was Asensio there who, sort of tried to make it happen, but clearly going for height and not precision.
How much would that chance cost Spain?
Not very much, I would think. Not very much. I still think Spain have a slight bit between their teeth, but Croatia are solid, and they have been defensively solid. If they play correctly, they should be able to, take it to penalties, but that should be the last piece of action of the half. Throw in should signal the end of the half. Ooh, 2 minutes. Oh yeah, because of the I forgot, because of the incident between Maya and I believe that was Albert there.
Carvalho or Alaba, one of the two. Just get to penalties. I really think the extra time should be shortened. I think it's still necessary, but it can be shortened. Like instead of 15 minutes, make it 10 minutes.
Not too sure how that would help though, because the shorter the time you play, the more defensive I would say
think
teams could get.
For viewers, because then not as many viewers will be leaving the game.
Oh, but this could be interesting. Claims for a penalty, but the referee waves them away.
Yeah,
you can see there was never going to be a penalty.
It should be. Chance for Croatia.
10
no
seconds.
supports. Oh, ball played back into the middle. Shot from long range. Brozovic. He's passed. He's going to have
that should be the end of that.
Simon saves. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the half. Should be it. No worries. Just transition. Yeah, so just going to reset that to 105 reset.
half-time with extra time. Still 0-0.
Oh, it's a game, Manny. It's 0-0, been end to end, been facetious today, been wonderful saves. That's a dream. That's a dream.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly go so far to say that it's been a wonderful game, but it's typical, you know. It's just typical
Croatian game.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you think you expect it to go to penalties through, or do you think a goal? Maybe
Spain looked the likelier team to score, and that's just me, you know, observing everything. Crowd are trying their best to raise the energy, but they know they're set for another draining 15 minutes. One goal will definitely win this. A final so tense, only the sharpest of knives can cut that.
Yeah. I can just confirm for me when they kick off. Of course, I'm watching on my computer and I can't sound the time on both.
Just kicked off now, by the way. Spain attacking from right to left. And it is Laporte with the ball. Sending it forward to Pinheiro. Or Marino is his name, Rodri. Nacho trying to send that forward. Spain still have the ball and will continue to attack. And headed down.
Fati, inside out, crossing, Bakovic claims.
Ansu Fati will definitely be one of the stars of Spanish football in the near future. Mark my words. Such brilliant technique. Side foot, a little shimmy there. If Barcelona are smart, they will do everything they can to keep him. Because he will be key for them next season. That's probably why a large number of their older players are leaving. Said goodbye to Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and of course
Jordi Alba. Oh, if that was a better touch from Marcus Asensio, that could have been 1-0 España.
Asensio not quite having the football Asensio there. And you just get Asensio that chances like this are what will send the game to penalties.
Chance again, again Fati, ball played in. Oh, shot! Oh, and it's just wide by Dani Olmo.
I wouldn't say just wide, but that was certainly So you see right now, I was telling you, Spain have the bit between their teeth. Fati is just really working his magic at the moment. Credit to the Croatian defense, but that's actually a corner. So, like I said, credit to the Croatian defense, but can they hold out against this?
Carvalho out of the way. Danny Olmo. And now the country shot again over the door. Money. Oh, if there is a goal, then I will be. I'm just going to make myself something quickly. So yeah.
Well, it is a corner right now, so yeah.
Let me just see this out. Oh, Croatia on the counter. Okay, let me just see this last bit of play.
Yeah, some poor play there from Modric, who loses the ball. And Nacho there, able to hold on to it. And
let's just see what happens. Yeah. Maya. Slows it down. Okay, cover change. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly make myself something. Will you take over?
Yeah, sure. I've got you back. So it's Modric right now who is trying to lead a counter attack, and Croatia forward and in the penalty area, but on the floor and never really going to trouble Unai Simon there. I believe, was there an offside? I don't know, but this is how dangerous Croatia can be on the counter. And yep, it does look as though Vlasic there was offside. So even if he had scored, it wouldn't have counted. And so Spain are going to have to start playing some really aggressive football. Maybe not necessarily the tiki-taka stuff that made them famous, but somewhere thereabouts. Laporte to Alba. And another back pass to Laporte there. Some pretty quick football, which can be a bit too fast for Croatia at times, but Croatia are solid and holding firm into the last 10 minutes of extra time. One goal will definitely win this. Rodri. You wonder where it's going to come from, though. Will it come from Fati? Will it come from Olmo? Could Asensio possibly break his duck? Well, this one's gone for a goal kick. And Croatia preparing to bring on a substitute, and it does look as though Josip Juranovic's race is run. On comes the number 2, Stanisic. Josip Stanisic. So, similar to Spain, Croatia also replaced their starting number 22 with their substitute number 2. Juranovic has really run himself into the ground. Stanisic will probably be needed to hold fort against a marauding Ansu Fati. For the moment, Livakovic sends it deep into the Spanish half. A header forward, but retrieved by Spain. Nacho there, the retrieving. Laporte to Alba. Alba trying to take it forward, but that is easily cleared. But Spain do have the ball back again through Rodri. Alba now at left back will try and send it forward to Fati on the wing. Fati back to Alba. And this is good football, but Brozovic wins it back quite brilliantly. And can Croatia do something on the counter? Petkovic. Kovacic to Perisic. Perisic against Carvajal. Perisic into the penalty area, but that is headed away, but only as far as Maya, who lays it back for Modric. Sending it to Stanisic on the wing. Stanisic sends it back to Modric. Stanisic probably not as attacking as Juranovic was, but certainly can play his part as a winger, and that attack is foiled. But that is well kept in play, and it is Stanisic who connects with Brozovic. Modric showing some tired legs there, and Laporte hacks it clear, but that should actually go for a throw on Croatia's left. Perisic to take it. And you can see that the crowd have found a little bit of voice. Some network connectivity issues here with my online broadcasts, and we are back now, hopefully. Yeah, still some signal problems here. Well, Spain have won it back, and it is with Laporte now, and Alba is now open on the left, and they're going to try and attack down the left. Fati's already there waiting on the wing. Short pass to Fati, who will try and move it to the centre. Marino. Fati now. Laying it off to Olmo, but some excellent defensive work over there. And Modric now has to try and clear it away, which he does. And it is with... We'll play Brozovic very nearly. He ends up bringing it back, but Croatia still have the ball. And Maya not able to do very much with that, and in fact concedes a throw-in. So... Marino there making a bit of a nuisance of himself, certainly causing a lot of problems for the Croatian defence. Coming up to the last 5 minutes of the game, one mistake will be fatal. One goal will win this, but who will have the final say? Some poor defending there, and Fati is now released on the wing. Stanisic covering him well enough though, but Fati releases the ball to Alba. Rodri! And that is deflected over for a corner. But once again, that left side is causing a lot of problems, and an important defensive header that. It is Ansu Fati who will look to take the corner, and you see the Croatians there with their hearts in their mouths. There's a football on the field that has to be removed. And Carvajal says, I'll do just that. Fati with the corner now. Right-footed in-swinger. And that evades everyone. Goes out for a Croatian throw. I think Croatia are probably now just going to try and look to shut up shop, which is why they took Juranovic off. Do they decide to take off Ivan Perisic, or do they want to keep him on for penalties? Spain will probably not have happy memories of their last penalty shootout, of course, being dumped out by Morocco without even scoring a single goal. Some very poor quality penalties there. So I wonder if Luis de la Fuente will have made some changes to their penalty routines. But at the moment, Spain have an attack, and an important header there by Erlich, and Modric playing around a little bit and has to try and get that away. And a poor clearance there from Maya. It's Asensio and Carvajal, the Real Madrid duo, who will combine down the right. Asensio in the penalty area, forced away, and Perisic concedes a corner. Well, this is desperate stuff now. Last 3 minutes. Corner didn't really come to very much, and now we are pretty much in the last 2.5 minutes there. An obstruction being claimed by Croatia, and a free kick is in fact awarded. Lovro Majer impeded by Jordi Alba, who is on the field clutching his lower back. And just to be very clear, Croatia do have a couple more substitutions left. I do not see Dalic bringing anyone on for the sake of penalties, though. Well, no sooner do I say that than it looks as though Kovacic will in fact be coming off. With about 90 seconds to go, Croatia have a corner. So it isn't Kovacic coming off. In fact, it was Kovacic who won the corner. So this could be very interesting indeed. Interesting to see how many minutes of stoppage time will be played. Left-footed away swinger hoping to find its man, but Laporte clears it. Still, the danger's not over down the left, but a poor cross really, cleared by Nacho, but still with Croatia. And that should be allowed to go out, and that will in fact be another Croatian corner. And Jordi Alba there trying his best to waste a little bit of time. Last 30 seconds, Hanno. Corner to Croatia. Make that the last 20. And that is well claimed by Unai Simon. Always good to see a Spanish goalkeeper claiming a corner as opposed to just trying to flap at it or punch it. And we're going to see how many minutes of stoppage time will be added on. Again, one mistake will prove fatal for either team. No minutes of time are added on, and we are into penalties. Was that on cue?
Yeah, the timer.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call this a classic, but it was definitely riveting in certain ways. It's Unai Simon against Dominik Livakovic. Luka Modric against Jordi Alba. And you do get the sense that Croatia have their best penalty takers on the field, whereas with Spain, I'm not too sure how comfortable they will be from the spot. And of course, you'll remember, Hanno, the last time Spain had a penalty shootout, they absolutely bombed against Morocco. How do you think they'll do this time around? Bit of a skirmish going on there. This is a shame, it really is. Perisic, of course, now on the bench, but he hasn't been subbed off. Spain, of course, in their huddle, hoping to get some encouragement, some words of encouragement mentioned, and now Croatia about to do the same thing. And so are you going to take the penalties, or shall I do it?
I'll take it.
Okay. Never, ever, ever a nice way to decide a final. Because the difference between victory and defeat through one missed kick is literally huge. I'm not sure Stanisic will be asked to take a penalty, but he had of course been asked to replace a tiring Juranovic who had run into the ground, really.
So yeah, your prediction for one champions?
Croatia. I just think they've got, the greater composure. I really don't see Spain's players, having that much composure to take a penalty. But we will see what happens.
I'm back in Croatia. Come on. So Croatia will be taking the first penalty.
Who is it? Well, this ought to be good.
Who's that? Number 13 for Croatia.
Vlasic.
Oh.
Yep. Powerful penalty. Was past Unai Simon before he could even blink. Simon dancing along the line, but Vlasic really powering through with that one. And it's Joselu, who was the semi-final hero. Could he step up and make it count in the final now? Joselu against Lovakovic.
What a pen.
High and handsome into the top corner. Nobody's saving that. That is Brozovic who'll be taking the second penalty. And not too sure he necessarily looks confident. But you just don't know what's going on inside them. Top penalty. Sending Unai Simon the wrong way. Into the far corner. Even if Simon had gone the right way, I do not believe he would have saved that. And who's this fella stepping up? Rodri! One of the heroes of the treble. The goal scorer for Manchester City in that final. And a carbon copy of Brozovic's penalty. Sends Lovakovic the wrong way. Slightly higher than Brozovic's, but no way any keeper was stopping that, even if he dived the right way. Modric, the captain. He's taken many penalties before. He scored a penalty in the semi-final. I wonder if he misses this one, though, because the pressure might be too much for him. All that experience, though, you cannot write him off.
Nope. Brilliant pen. Straight down the middle.
Captain Cool. He's definitely no fool. Does he send the Spaniards back to school? Unai Simon was committed to the dive and placed that high and handsome into the top. And it's Merino, one of the substitutes who's now come up to take it, a defender by trade. At least they've scored.
Beautiful.
And how's that for composure? What a penalty.
I think we might be here all night.
No, don't speak too soon. You never know. And so we come up to the fourth penalty kick, which is literally the most important kick of the five, as the late, great Bobby Robson once said. If Croatia miss this, then Spain will have an advantage. Lovro Mayer, a substitute.
I've got a feeling it's going to miss.
Please don't tell me. I'm just a few seconds behind you. Well, your feeling was right. A brilliant save from Unai Simon. That's Zlatko Dalic there. Looking absolutely disappointed. Well, I mean, I've been critical of Unai Simon, but I tell you what, that was an excellent, excellent save. But wait, is that going to be called back for encroachment, perhaps? I don't know. Use his feet there to... and clearly De La Fuente is happy. So, no, the penalty stands, the save stands. So it's Marco Asensio against Livakovic. If he scores, Spain have one hand on the trophy. And they do have one hand on the trophy. And that now puts all the pressure on the fifth penalty taker. Because if he misses, Spain are champions. Well, there was this disappointment when they were knocked out of the World Cup at the, I believe it was the round of 16 stage by Morocco. And
Perisic,
of all people to take this fifth penalty, if he misses, Spain are champions. If he scores, they survive. Well, they survive. But the question is, for how long?
Score anyone.
Unai Simon could very well be a hero for that fine save from Maya. And who steps up to take this penalty? Aymeric Laporte, number 14. Not had the best of seasons with City, but can look forward.
Oh, he's money. I'm sorry. But he hit the crossbar.
Well, I've just seen it now. After a difficult season with Manchester City, he had his chance to be a hero. And what does he do? He hits the crossbar. Don't apologize, but I mean, if I'd seen that, if you hadn't have said that, I would have literally choked. And you can see David Raya and Kepa Arrizabalaga, the reserve keepers, were running up to celebrate, only to be shocked. So, is that the chance that Croatia need? Bruno Petkovic to take the sixth penalty. How confident are you?
Unai Simon
Not very confident. What a
wait, they
shootout
come to
this is.
check. They come to check. No, it's safe.
Simon once again coming up trumps. This time
Could
using his left hand
Imai
to.
go down? Go down in history.
Well, Petkovic didn't look confident there. So another substitute, Danny Carvajal, who wasn't
He's
selected to
also
start.
defense.
Who wasn't selected to start, but could be Spain's hero tonight.
Yeah,
After the
that's
disappointment of
game
the
done. Spain champions.
Yep. And so Croatia's wait for a major title goes on. But after the barren years following Euro 2012, Spain finally have a major title. Livakovic is distraught. Spain are jubilant.
And
Emerick
it's safe
Laporte
to
will
say
be.
that Croatia are now called the new bottlers.
Wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that. I would say that on the balance of play, Spain probably deserved their win outright because they showed a lot more of the enterprise. Croatia had to depend on trying to get some opportunities on the counter. At least you could see in the second half and extra time, Spain were trying their best to win the match. And so for Luka Modric, another disappointment in the major tournament. Could that be his last chance? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe
I think
Euro
the Euros might be his
2024 will
last one,
provide.
but this was their best chance.
Yep.
I feel for every Croatian. And Croatian fans, I think you might be called the new bottlers. You lost the final in 2018, fair enough, that was a class team. You lost to again in the semi final, you lost again. This time you had chance and you bottled it.
I think we need to also, consider that for a team like Croatia, I remember them when they were, you know, in France. I mean, in France '98, for instance, that particular team, which featured, you know, several fine players, likes of Robert Jarni, Robert Prosinecki, Davor Suka, Aljosa Asanovic, and Goran Vlahovic, Robert Jarni. That team really set the world alight. And they had some barren years in between, but of course, they since came back under Dalic and really, became a force once again. I suppose you could say that when it comes to getting things over the line, they still don't really have that kind of, incisiveness. And I think you could tell that Petkovic didn't really look too confident, whereas Simon was literally, walking on water after that save. He was risky, though, because he was very nearly close to having his penalty saves invalidated. But I think after replacing Luis Enrique, De La Fuente seems to have found a good formula. The only problem is his current Spanish team are in a pretty difficult position in Euro qualifying, having lost to Scotland, who have a record of played 3, won 3. So it will be sort of interesting to see what Spain do from here. As far as Croatia are concerned, there will be some talk about the need to move a few players on, but you also fear that there might not be enough new young talent coming in, and that could be a worry.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're going to watch the presentation ceremony because my buffering stream has stopped. But
I don't really want to. I'm so gutted for Croatia, man.
yeah, I feel you, son. I feel you.
But yeah. Um, Modric. Oh, I think the Croatia fans know that's for the last time.
Yeah, but you just get the feeling that with a team like of Modric and Perisic and a few others who are also starting to get on, that there have to be some replacements and fast. And you see someone like Ansu Fati coming into that team and fitting in there like, a hand and a glove. It's a good omen. I still don't think Spain are going to do enough to try to necessarily challenge for the Euros because
Yeah. Mm,
there are
I
some other
think
teams who will fancy their chances of winning the tournament. Germany aren't exactly in the best state themselves either under Hansi Flick, but they still have a proud history, and you just can't write them off.
yeah. It's just so gutting, man.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is, but it is what it is.
But yeah, I'm going to end it. I'm tired. I get, but
Yeah, I'm
it's late for
tired
you
too.
too. So I
Yeah.
think let's end it. Yep, everyone that joined. See you all in a bit. Peace out. Peace.